Hello, everybody. Jake here. Hope you had a wonderful holiday season. I know I certainly did this year. In particular, New Year's, the New Year's Eve live stream, which I kind of just did randomly, kind of at the last minute, ended up being a ton of fun. There was so many people watching at the same time. I think there was over 30, which for our size channel is massive. There was so many guests. It was just so much fun. Thank you everybody who showed up for that. It ended up being a kind of a fun hangout party and has given me some ideas going forward for this channel, which I'm really excited about. But anyway, enough of that. Everybody's asking, Jake, what'd you get for Christmas? Well, I already showed some of the books I got during that live stream. However, I did get a few other things for Christmas I want to show you. So this is, even though it's the new year, technically I bought all these books last year, but we'll count it for this year, okay? First thing I got was a $50 Barnes & Noble gift card. Somebody in my family knows I love books, so they bought me a Barnes & Noble gift card. I do love books, but I love old books, but still, like, if you got $50 at Barnes & Noble, doesn't matter who you are, you're going to have a good time. So let me show you some of the things I got there. First thing I got was The Illustrated World of Tolkien, The Second Age by David Day. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is fabric wrapped or fabric bound, so it's very soft, heavily textured, and it is just phenomenal. Let me show you guys some of the artwork in here. Like, look at that. I want to say there's 19 or 20 different authors, illustrators, illustrating this book. Yeah, isn't that cool? And so the style changes from page to page. And David Day, I'm not very familiar with him as an author. I think he's one of those fancy Tolkien scholars. But he tried to, yeah, there's just some beautiful stuff. Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh. He tried to make sense of the Rings of Power TV show in regard to the Second Age. Oh, come on, fix yourself, lighting, fix yourself. All right, it's gonna fix itself eventually. He tried to kind of make sense of that, and it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So there are some juxtaposition in here as far as the writing goes. Like he tried to explain, well, this might have been what Tolkien really meant, which kind of sucks if I'm being honest, but the artwork in here is just phenomenal and 100% worth it. Next, I bought The Art of War. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Obviously by Sun Tzu. Here's the back cover here. I already had a vintage copy of The Art of War on my shelf here, but when I saw this and I was like, I can't say no to that. That's just fantastic. Fully illustrated as well. Like just so cool. So unbelievably cool. Next to it was The Book of the Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi. And this is the Japanese strategy to, mainly in unarmed or in armed combat. And same thing, fully illustrated. Absolutely gorgeous. And so I bought that as well. But then right next to it as well was The Way of the Samurai by Hanobi, right? Hanobi? Oh, Nitobi. Inazo Nitobi. The Way of the Samurai. And I wasn't particularly interested in this, but just all three of them together, they're just so gorgeous. And look at that. $47.98. Dude, you can't go wrong with that.
None of those were vintage, and 3/4 of those were not science fiction. What are we doing here?
All right, fine. Calm down. Fine. Anyway, my dad, for Christmas, sent me cash. Like, he literally mailed cash. I'm like, you're not supposed to do that. But he mailed me a crispy $100 bill. And normally I'll okay, well, I'll stick that in your wallet or go put that towards something or whatever. But I decided, no, I'm going to take that $100 bill into, you guessed it, recycled books, and I'm not going to spend a penny more. I'm going to spend $100 at recycled books. And so that's what I did. This is what I got. Before we get any further, I have a couple quick announcements. Bugjack Baron by Norman Spinrad is a mainstay on 100 Best SF list and is part of the Easton Press masterpieces of science fiction, yet no one on YouTube has reviewed this book. No one has! The reason being, I think they're all yellow. This book is steeped in controversy, both content and production, but pushing past the crowds of cowards is Ira from SF Words of Wonder. Fearless mountain mystic of Montana is tackling the white whale of science fiction. Despite his giant adamantium stones, has Ira made a huge mistake in inviting me to discuss something so delicate and polarizing? Did the heroic hero of Helena invite a clumsy toddler to help defuse a bomb? There's only one way to find out. Head over to SF Words of Wonder and subscribe, because the full hour-plus review of Bug Jack Barron will be here within the next day or two. I'll pin the link in the comments once it drops. And next, I have a real question for you all out there.
Do you want to live forever?
It's time to recite the riddle of steel, pray to Crom, and punch a camel, because the elusive exclusive book society is reviewing Hour of the Dragon, aka Conan the Conqueror, by Robert E. Howard. We'll be joined by a panel of barbarians, and the melee begins January 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So cinch up your furry undies and join us live. The 1972 and 1973 annual World's Best SF, edited by Donald A. Wollheim. These are so cool. These were $5 each, and they're just, I couldn't say no. They're so cool. I love this. Next up, this short stack here was all $3 each, $3 or $4. The first is The Pathless Trail by Arthur O'Friel. I don't have anything by Arthur O'Friel. And this is I think this is a Belmont or Centaur Press. Really cool. I was excited about this one. Yeah. Next up, The Enchanted Planet by Pierre Barbet. Got nothing by my buddy Pierre. This is a DAW, not a yellow spine, white spine. After the Rain by John Bowen. After the Rain by John Bowen. This looks pretty cool. It's got a little boat here. Somebody's zipping up to the boat. Oh, there's so many people stuck up here on the Statue of Liberty. Help! Help us! And this is is this a Belmont? I can't tell. I think so. Or I don't know. Here's a Berkeley, The Power of X by Arthur Sellings. Is it hard to see in the little plastic? If it is, I'm sorry. Yeah, nothing by Arthur Sellings, so about that. Space for Hire by William F. Nolan. Now this cover is wild. Yeah, I love this. A wacky look at crime in space in the dark tradition of Kurt Vonnegut Jr. That sounds cool. Oh, he did Logan's Run. That's why I've heard of William F. Nolan before. Hey, and this is a Magnum Books. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's worth $3. And the next is Piers Anthony. This is my first Piers Anthony I've ever bought. I don't know if this is the right place to start, but I bought Omnivore. It's the first in a trilogy. The reason why I bought it is because that little space car was probably the coolest space vehicle I have seen in a long time. This is a Corgi. Oh, and Peter Andrew Jones wrote the cover. But basically, they're traveling on a world that's like a fungus world. I don't know, but I mean that space car in and of itself, this cover, that's worth $3, 100%. All right, these next two were $4 or $5, or $5 or $6. Kingsley Amos, New Maps of Hell. I think this is a Powers. It looks like it's a Powers cover with some aliens. It's the book that made science fiction grow up, it says on the top there. So I don't know what that means. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of praise on the back here. Nothing about the story, just a lot of praise for this book and for Kingsley Amos himself. So I was interested. And next, Appointment in Space by Ernest J. Blow. And this one it kind of piqued my interest because it's $6, but it's got like, a marker on the cover of it. And I'm like, it's in good shape. This here's it's a console book. It's in good shape, but I'm like, it's got a marker on. Oh, a pretty heavy crease here, but they're still charging $6. Maybe there's something there. Enthralling, the story of an incredible journey into space and the fantastic adventure of those who made it. Well, that's vague as heck. Next up is Passing for Human by Jody Scott. This is a DAW. This one was like $8, which is more than I like to spend, but I mean, I've walked by this cover so many times, and I've picked this book up. No joke, I've picked this book up probably 3 or 4 times and just stared at it, and then I put it back. And so, but when I got 100 bucks for free to spend on books, I'm going to do it. Like I said, there's a dog, yellow spine, passing for human, or Who Isn't Afraid of Virginia Woolf, starring Ben Arroyo, a 36-foot extraterrestrial dolphin in the role of Brenda Starr, Emma Peel, Mary Worth, Virginia Woolf, with an all-star cast including Abraham Lincoln, Heidi's grandfather, General George S. Patton, the Los Angeles Police Department, the Prince of Darkness, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Ancient Egypt, the Isle of Capri, Interstellar Station 8, and 4 billion newly created people, and several hundred Richard Nixons. What? What are these? The covers by Bob Pepper. Look at this. So this could either be really cool or really annoying, really obnoxious. I don't know, but shoot, for that cover, I bought it. The next two were $10, which that's the max I'm gonna spend on a pulpy book. But I've only found 2 Keith Roberts in the wild, and this was Pavan, his most well-known book. $10 in really good shape. Easy math right there. He's one of those authors. If I see his books, I'll pick them up. I'll scoop them up. I just hardly over here in the States, we just hardly ever see them. And next up is The House on the Borderland by William Hope Hodgson. Now, this one is a science fiction horror. It's old. It's one of the kind of the stumpy old Ace or the short pocket editions. A classic of the first water H.P. Lovecraft. I don't know. But the cover's really, really cool. We got all these monsters and demons looking at this person getting sucked into a haunted house in space next to a giant black hole or something. I don't know. The back cover is just H.P. Lovecraft just gushing about this book. Authentic goose flesh. Yeah. $10 has a lean to it, but I mean, first of all, I don't have anything by William Hope Hodgson, and I'm in the mood for some sci-fi horror, so let's go. And the rest of these are my trusty dollar rack. That's how much I like spending on my science fiction. All right. Journey Behind the Wind by Patricia Wrightson? Patricia Wrightson. Journey Behind the Wind. This is a Del Rey book, and it's got some guy in some jorts. Maybe he's like a castaway or something. He sees a naked lady in the water, and then there's a wind, but this evil wind is just a bunch of naked witches. I don't know, but I didn't have anything by Patricia Wrightson, so I bought it. How many times have you guys heard me say that? Eric Frank Russell, The Mind Swappers. Now, I might have this. Excuse me. I might have this one. This is a Lancer. I'm not sure. Or the Mind Warpers. Did I say Swappers? Warpers. Mind something. Maybe I have Mind Swappers. I'm getting them confused. Anyway, something about the mind. I might have this one already, but the cover was kind of fun and exciting, and so I got it. I was a little bit impulsive. The Legend of the Miari by Zach Hughes. This is kind of interesting. It's got a wraparound cover. Pretty psychedelic. We got a ship with space sails. I don't know. It's a Ballantine book. Part of me, whenever I see like a goofy made up word like the Miari in the title, part of me kind of cringes inside, but that's just kind of personal preference. Doesn't mean it's good or not. I don't know. Blake Savage, don't know anything by him, brings us Rip Foster in Ride the Gray Planet. Boy, that title sucks. Boy, that cover sucks. It's a Golden Griffin space adventure. It's got a lean to it. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue about any of this. The cover's by George Soinovich. Rip Foster, what you got, baby? Terry's Universe. This is a collection of a bunch of authors who come together to make short stories in honor of Terry Carr, the death of Terry Carr. We got Gregory Brentford, Ari Lafferty, Ursula K. Le Guin, Fritz Leiber, Carter Schultz, Zelazny, Kate Wilhelm, Silverberg. Yeah. It also features Terry Carr's story, The Dance of the Changer of the Three. We had some Harlan Ellison in here. Yeah, interesting, right? This is edited by Beth McKeachum. Beth Meacham. Beth McKeachum. I'm just like, just making up words. It's basically a tribute to science or to Terry Carr. And on the cover, we have a giant cobra with Terry Carr's face. I don't know if that's his face. And he had a giant beard, right? Got an ace double, Computer War by Mac Reynolds. Cool. And Death is a Dream by E.C. Tubb. Yeah, I like the ace doubles. They're cool. They're fun. Robert Sheckley, The Status Civilization. Wild cover. In good shape. It's a signet book. Yeah. Sheckley's fun, at least what I've read. Okay, this is by Ted White and Dave Bishop. The Forbidden World. Looks like we got some people playing chess on chessboards. For untold centuries, humanity had dreamed of realities like these. It's a popular library book. Oh, it's kind of beat up. Like it's kind of like has some scuffing, like somebody and some marks. Like somebody put a paper down here and was writing on this. You know what I'm talking about? So it leaves some. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that. When They Came from Space by Mark Clifton. I think this is short stories. Oh no, it's not. It's not short stories. It's yeah, it's his own deal. The spacemen attacked Earth. The spacemen attacked with Earth's own weapons: big bombs, brass hats, and Hollywood press agents. Mm, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, you guys. It's a McFadden book. Was Starbright by James R. Barry. Look at that fight sequence. The Coming of Kraken. This is a Bantam Books. A young star pilot battles the dark horde from beyond space. I love the actors in this pose that is painted. The painting's it's well done. It's fine enough, but the lady is just like not putting too much effort into it. The robot, the robot guy isn't either. But this, maybe this is Maybe this is Qua Starbright here. He is acting. I mean, even down to the tips of his toes. This guy is in full character. I love it. Joe Clayton, Lamarcros. Now, to be fair to myself, this had a sticker right over here. Oh, excuse me, right here there was a sticker. And so I didn't know it had a naked lady on the cover. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily pick up a book that just has a naked lady on the cover with the Technodrome in the background. This is a Daw book. It's a yellow spine, but it's so sun faded that I think the yellow has turned cream. Keith Laumer, The Other Side of Time. I might have this one. I also might have Wilson Tucker's Tomorrow Plus X. They were familiar, but I didn't have these covers, so I'll compare them, and they're both in pretty good shape. So I'll compare these with the covers I got and maybe do a giveaway. I don't care. It was free money, you guys. James Blish, Jack of Eagles. Uh, it's an Avon book. That's kind of all I got to say about it. The science fantasy. This is 5 long stories. I kind of like this particular livery and this collection. Looks like we got Brian Aldiss, some Kenneth Bulmer, John John Runciman, and a bunch of other stories. Anyway, I kind of like these. Probably what I like about them is half the one of these I have, and this is a compact book. Half of these ones I have, they're uh, Keith Roberts did the artwork for the cover for him. He was a very good artist as well. Tarzan Alive. Look at this. It's a popular library. I think this is Philip Jose Farmer, but it's a fat boy with just a bunch just a bunch of stuff about. Oh, well, let me tell you what it's about. Wilder Than Fiction: The True Story of Tarzan of the Apes. The definitive biography of Lord Greystoke by Philip Jose Farmer. I've never heard anybody say anything good about Philip Jose Farmer, so we'll see. David Mace, Demon 4. Yeah. This is a Chris Foss cover, obviously. You can spot his covers a mile away. I don't know what publisher this is. Granada? Is that a cover? Panther. Panther. But yeah, Demon 4 in pristine shape. Nobody's read that. It's just sat on a shelf since its printing. A.E. Van Vogt, Empire of the Autumn. This is a McFadden Bartell book. Kind of a post-apocalyptic thing, it looks like. Earth tottered on the brink of destruction. Earth tottered on the brink of destruction, and the alien invaders waited at the gates. Thanks a lot, guys. Oh, whoops. John Norman, The Priest Kings of Gore. I got another Gore book. I've heard these are just trash. And if I'm being honest, I think I grabbed it without necessarily realizing it was a Gore book. Like, I think I just saw The Priest Kings. And anyway, yeah, I've heard Gore books are just the worst, but never read one. I think I gave them all away. I think I gave them away to Tim. Okay, I got another Arthur O'Fiel. This one I paid $1 instead of a lot, but this is Tiger River. Tiger River. And this is the sequel to The Pathless Trail. Pretty cool. That was on accident. The front cover says White Indians and Green Men, a great, fantastic swashbuckler. Centaur Press as well. Maybe good. Undersea Fleet by Frederick Pohl and Jack Williamson. I have another one with the same undersea font and the same boat, so I wonder if they're part of the series. I don't know which one comes first. We got a this cool submarine dragging itself through a coral reef. Excuse me. And yeah, there's a plesiosaur or plesiosaurus. Is that what it is? Help me out, you dinosaur fans. With a babe in a bikini riding it. Ah, hey, cool. I like undersea stuff. The Broken Cycle by A. Bertram Chandler. This is Rick Grimes. Nope, John Grimes. Rick Grimes. I've done that before. Rick Grimes is a zombie killer. 10 from Infinity. Ivan or Ivor Jorgensen. I'm pretty sure I have this one as well. The cover or the title was familiar, but the cover is pretty cool. Androids, advanced warriors for an invasion from outer space. This is a Priory book. Oh, yeah. And like I said, if I already have it, I'll just pick whatever cover or edition I like more, and maybe do a giveaway. This is Danis, Prisoner of the Regalathium. Reglathium. Prisoner of the Reglathium. It's by Mike Sirota. Ugh. Artwork's not too great here. Kind of fat. I don't know. It's a Manor book. Looks like it's been read a lot. It's got tape on the spine. Why did I buy this? Why did I buy this one? I don't know why I buy this. I'm sorry I bought this. I shouldn't have bought that. M.A. Foster, The Day of the Clash. Oh, The Day of the Clash. Any guesses why I bought this one? Multiple reasons. I didn't have anything by M.A. Foster. It's a dog yellow spine. There's a guy meditating, he's meditating with a sword. It's cool. I like it. Um, the the most ridiculous thing about this cover is not this strange furry teddy bear in his lap. That's not the strangest thing. The strangest thing is that collar. What you thinking, Clash? With that collar. Star Trek Log 8 by Alan Dean Foster. It's got the card. I think this is about the one of the cartoons adapted, yeah, from the animated series, which I love the animated series. I have the whole thing right over there. Yeah, this one was fun. It's Valentine, and honestly, that would look great right there. So I'm gonna put him right there pretty soon. I got another one of those science fantasy. This is a compact edition. Short stories. We got Brian Aldiss, B. N. Ball, Keith Roberts. Very cool. Alistair Bevan. Cool. T.W. Hard. How much you want to bet that's a that's a pen name? T.W. Hard has given us some 7. That's 7, right? I'm not making a fool of myself. Is that 7? Yes. Some 7. We got a spaceship flying over the Sphinx. I don't know what publisher this is. It's got a big fat M on the side. Let's find out. Just because I know you guys want to watch me flip through. It's a Magnum book. Magnum book. Anyway, let me read you the back cover. A medical research trip to Egypt leads to the opening of a magnificent new tomb and the discovery of a unique mummy. Codename Sum 7, the mummy is so perfectly preserved that specialists are able to revive the body, a being considered dead for nearly 5,000 years. Believed to be a high priest to Pharaoh, or to a pharaoh, Sum 7 reveals awesome powers. Soon a fugitive hunted by men who return to him to life. His true identity is stranger and more mysterious yet. No, it's not. He's an alien. Calling it right now. But with that with that back synopsis, I'm in. Okay, I have two by Alexis A. Gilliand. Gilliand. The Revolution from Rosinante, and a long shot from Rosinati. I don't know. The covers are nothing special. They're both Ballantine books. Nothing special happening here. I think I just saw two of them here right next to each other, and I'm like, well, okay. Was that the right call? Has anybody read these? If you have, let me know, please. Robert Adams has given us The Patrimony. Yes, you can get a snack here, son. Filming. Don't you hate kids? Um, he's giving me a look. Oh, The Patrimony. This is a New American Library book, and I couldn't say no. The cover was so cool, and who doesn't want to see Dog the Bounty Hunter finally taking the law into his own hands? Yes. Gordon R. Dixon, The Genetic General. Now, I think this is the original title to Dorsai. Is that the case? Is this the original title to Dorsai? This is an ace pocket. It's one of the short little fellas. I think it was just so fun and so pulpy that maybe I'll change. I do have Dorsai, and I could be wrong, but for some reason I think in the back of my mind that's the Genetic General is the original title for Dorsai. Let me know if that's the case in the comments, please. If not, maybe I just have another one in the series. Day of the Giants by Clifford Lester Del Rey. Simac's the next one. Battle of the Giants. Again, pulpy cover. It's an Airmont book. Yeah, look at these these UFOs just kind of tumbling down. There's mean giants walking through the city, crushing stuff. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's fun. And that's what it's all about, being fun. Enchanted Pilgrimage by Clifford D. Simak. I have this one. I have this book, but this cover, I know for a fact I like this cover more. I want to say the Simak I have is a pyramid stripe. Not sure, not 100% sure, but that's kind of sounded right in the back of my head. So if that's the case, I am swapping it out. But yeah, this cover is just so fun. Got this castle in the background with magic swirls going everywhere. And we got some knights and a giant fat robot on the march. Cool. Heck yeah. All right. Alternating Currents by Frederick Pohl. Yeah, cool. It's just fun. It's a Valentine. Got a lean, but it was $1. All right, four more, and then we're done here. Murray Leinster, Space Tug. I have Space Tug, and I love the cover. I have the Ace Pocket Edition Space Tug. Love the cover. Probably the pulpiest cover I have. Do I even have it up? I think I might have it up here. I don't. I don't have it up here. Anyway, probably the funnest one of the funnest pulpiest covers, and like this Belmont edition is even funner, even pulpier. This guy with his little fishbowl helmet, rocket pack. Oh, fantastic. So pulpy, so fun. I love it. Heck yeah. I'm not even getting rid of the original. I'm keeping both of them. Douglas R. Mason has brought us The Ring of Violence. Yes. This is an Avon original, and Boyd had turned into a murderous machine programmed to kill by the people who wanted him as their leader. I love these little guys in their skin suit with their pointy, their pointy unicorn hats. And we got, this must be Boyd here, just throwing fools. He's in his whitey tighties and he's just tossing guys around. And there's a lady in her swimsuit. I think she's trying to do the classic Frazetta fantasy-esque, lady grabbing him around the legs, the heroic guy. But it's just the way she looks like she's falling into him. She's literally about to take him out. The Ring of Violence. I'm going into the Ring of Violence. Heck yeah. All right, the Hoyle brothers. I don't know if they're brothers. Fred and Jeffrey, are they brothers? And I have books from either of them and together. Anyway, science fiction novel by Fred and Jeffrey Hoyle, the incandescent ones. This sparkly fellow's emerging from the sparkles. I'm gonna zoom in on his face right here. That guy knows he's so smugly sparkly. So smugly sparkly. And the final book is by Joel Rosenberg, Ties of Blood and Silver. How could a cover be so well painted and so goofy at the same time? Um, yeah, I love this guy. I love his little space tunic. It's well painted. It's really well painted, but there's just some nonsensical decisions. Like whoever this artist was, I'm gonna find out who it was just so we know. Vincent Di Fate. Vincent Di Fate. Vincent Di Fate is clearly very talented, clearly very skilled. However, there's just so many so many bad decisions here. Primarily starting with this tunic this guy is wearing. Well, it's a good thing he's crouched over like that, because if he stood upright, this would no longer be a tunic. This would be a cover that I couldn't show you. His sword is, I understand the angle that it's coming towards the the field of vision. However, that is not a sword. That is just goop. Have you guys ever seen those some of those old like impressionist paintings? There's some that are really really like clearly beautiful. There's one in particular I'm thinking of that's just stunningly beautiful, but then it has a cat in the in the bottom corner, and the cat is just so whack. I'll find it and I'll put it up here. Look at that. So like you can be extremely talented, but then not understand the anatomy and just anyway. That's what this is. That cat is what this is. And then this robot. Maybe it's an alien. Maybe it's a robot. Maybe it's a metallic alien. It's got 6 fingers on its hands. Oh, the feet, the legs, the little alien undies it's wearing, but just that face. That face might be my thumbnail. I'm gonna make that face my thumbnail just because it's probably the funniest alien face I've seen. Oh, yeah, the city behind it's gorgeous. The background's gorgeous. It's well painted, but it's just goofy as heck. And so, yeah, for $1, I'll take that deal all day. Boom. All that came to $97. So, Merry Christmas to me.
Jake, don't you feel bad promoting this needless consumerism and just buying books? You're not even gonna you're probably not even gonna read half those. Don't you feel bad? Don't you feel guilty?
No,